Hey Jess, I'm just leaving work. Tonight I'm going to be going to an RPG group. The RPG group that I meet with on Thursdays is for a game called Ars Magica, where we all play a wizard, and sometimes we play other characters to throw in some interest to the story, particularly to go on quests and stuff like that. But right now we're doing a quest as the wizards to find this bell and other things we are tasked with. My task is pretty easy. Make sure my fellow wizards don't die, and if they do die, report back what happened. Also, when I get back, I have to answer this riddle. How many roads must a man walk down before he can call himself a man? Which is from a song. So my character, his name is Vladimir Ionescu from Eastern Romania, but my character has grown up from a storytelling kid, loves fantasy and telling stories and making stories and music. He's become a more pessimistic person, still enjoys storytelling and music, but music and stories he tells throughout his childhood started out as happy and joyous and fun, and they've slowly become over time sad and melancholy because of his master, to him being an apprentice, teaching him all the things about this particular group of wizards that he is a part of. Just lots of stuff about time and doesn't mean anything, and the goal is to escape time, and just a lot of other dark things. And so at this point in his life, he's willing to take it upon himself to do all the necessary things, which are pretty dark stuff, for the House Creamon. Also, when I'm unable to attend this RPG group, for example, when I was away for 2 weeks in Portland, they continued to game, and my character also has a problem and impulsion for drugs. He basically takes too many mushrooms and ends up not being he still follows the group and everything, but ends up not being a very active contributor to the group. So that's where I was, and I believe we're in some kind of underground building. I feel like RPG groups are really fun, but it's really cool because it's like you're storytelling with a bunch of people. Do you remember our next door neighbor from Maryland? I don't want to mention her name, but she came to visit us a couple times, and she gave us this card game. Or at least she played this card game with us, and we bought it later. And basically what it was a storytelling game, and you had a bunch of cards in your hand, and you had to tell a story, and as you told the story, you had to play a card from your hand, say an aspect of the story, and you got to try and say all these things in your story. But people can interrupt and take control of the story to get their cards down, and when you've gotten all your cards down, you win the game and the story ends, because you have an ending card in your hand, and you gotta use your ending card, the end. And it was a really cool game, and basically playing an RPG is kind of like that. As being both a GM, game master, and a player of RPGs, I have really loved both aspects. The GM aspect is really cool because you create this world, you create all these people that exist in this world, but it's also really cool being a player because you invest all this time into sculpting and developing this one person, this one character. I feel like that really lends itself awesome practice in writing stories or coming up with stories, because not only do you have all this control over what you want your character to be like, and you also get to practice what this character is like by engaging in other colorful characters who have had a lot of depth put into them, and you get to have these kind of conversations and interactions. Sometimes a story develops really well under chance. As the game master, I really want the players to succeed, especially where I want them to succeed, like where I have developed the story. But sometimes they don't succeed, so I have to create these new paths for them to go down. And same thing on the other side. Sometimes they succeed at things I really don't want them to succeed at. Sometimes they go down a road that I really was not expecting them to, and really am not prepared for them to go down. I have to create something for that as well. In those instances, they are creating the story. I have to create the world that they're going down. And so it's a really great back and forth. It's a lot of fun. So I'll talk to you later, Jess. Bye. So I got home, and there's a frog on the door.